So, right after beating Mali in the 2026 World Cup qualifiers, the Black Stars of Ghana returned to Kumasi that same evening. And after arriving in Kumasi, they moved to their hotel where they went to take a little rest. Then, on Friday afternoon, the team returned to training and held their first recovery training at the Kumasi Babara Sports Stadium. So the training is what you can see on your screens currently, with the Black Stars players going through their paces and getting ready for their next game in the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. All 26 players who were in Mali for the match took part in this particular training session, and as you can see, Coach Otoado and his assistant coaches supervising the training session over there, with Jojo Wallacott and goalpost, and over here as well you can see the players who were mostly involved in the matches. That is the likes of Abdul Saleh Samed, Thomas Partey, as well as Lawrence Atizigi, who are doing their own thing, as well as Antoine Semenyo. Yes, they took part of the match that was played in Bamako, so they were not heavily involved in the training session that was held on Friday. But for the players who were on the bench, the likes of Braden Thomas Asante, the likes of Kamaldin Suleimana, and the likes are the ones that you can see going through this particular training session. But on the side over here, you will see Lawrence Atizgi, you will see Abdel Saleh Samed, you see Thomas Partey and Antoine Semenyo. They played the match against Mali, so they didn't take part in serious training session, unlike these players who didn't make the starting 11 of that particular game. So in this particular training session, you see Asante Kotoko goalkeeper, that is Frederick Asari, as well as Jojo Wallacott taking part of this particular one. Jordan Ayew was also involved in this particular training session. So it's basically a way to get all the players in fit and form for the next game. Or the Black Stars will be taking on the Central African Republic in their next game that they will play, and that match is on Monday, June 10th at the Kumasi Babara Sports Stadium, and we have to be there in our numbers to watch that particular game and cheer the Black Stars to victory. So yes, this is how the training session went down, and you can see the team in black versus the team in green. The team in green players mostly did not take part of the game that was played at all, but those who are in black, some of them came on as a substitute. The likes of Jordan Ayew, Fathawi Saku, as well as Abdul Mumin were all substitutes in that particular match that we played against Mali. But over here, the players who took part of the match are the ones just playing with the ball, and you can see Abdul Salih Samed taking off his shirt to show you that Charlie Kumasi Hot Ankasa, and that is also one of the technical men of the Black Stars. But the Kumasi Babara Sports Stadium was filled with some few fans who got the info that the training session was open to the public. So yes, some of the fans came to watch the Black Stars for this particular training session, but generally the stadium was pretty empty for this particular training session, unlike the training session that was held at the Lincoln Sports Stadium, where you had a number of fans trooping to the stadium to watch the Black Stars training session. Unfortunately, for this particular training session, which is a recovery training session, they don't have most of the fans in attendance. But talking about this particular training session, you can see that the players are really serious and getting ready for the next game against the Central African Republic. That was a goal scored by Kamaldin Suleimana over there. Tells you how serious he is at training and how he wants to step up and join the next game for the Black Stars. So yes, goalkeeper Frederick Asari nearly conceding another goal in training over here. Then you can see the Black Stars players also doing their best at training.
Wow. Semenyo, what? Hey, this guy, Brandon Thomas Asante. Wow. What a solo goal. Brandon Thomas Asante. Hot. A dribble, hot dribble.
So while training, you realize that Coach Otuado and his technical staff will call the players and tell them about how they want the training to go and all that. But this particular players were just having fun at training because they didn't have much to do. But these players who didn't take part of the Mali match were the ones training. And time upon time, you see Coach Otuado giving out instructions to the players, and that was a goal scored by one of the players. But at this moment, Coach Otuado said, enough of the game, let's move into the second phase of the training session. So Coach Otuado and his assistant decided to change the phase of the training session. You can see Jordan Ayew working over here, and you can clearly tell on his face that Charlie, he is a little tired from this particular match that they play. But hey, a little bit of skills from these players: Thomas Partey, Abdul Salis Ahmed, Antoine Semenyo, and Lawrence Atizigi. Ziggy Man is such a skillful player, yes. Atizigi started off as a player before he ended up in the goal post, so you can see that he really has the skill over there. So it was time for the second training session, and Abdul Salis Ahmed, such a player, Charlie. He's too hilarious, and you can see over there how he was just teasing Thomas Partey over here in the video. So yes, the Black Stars preparing for the second phase of the training session. So after this particular training session, the players did some form of stretches for a while before the players decided to leave the stadium. So as you can see over there, they're preparing for a different kind of training session. But just by way of some updates, the Central African Republic players are expected to be in the country, and according to reports, they will be touching down in Ghana very soon. But at this point in time, the Black Stars players were done with the training session, and you can see the one of the technical men just packing the balls into the bag, and it was such a moment for Abdul Salis Samuel just teasing his teammates over there, and you can see Ali Seidu. So some of the players who took part of the match did not really take part of the training session, and you can see for the first time Tariq Lamptey coming out of the bench. They were all sitting at the bench after the stretch, and they didn't do much after this particular training session. So later on, after the training, the players gathered to share a word of prayer before leaving the Kumasi Barbara Sports Stadium, and you can see the players leaving the Kumasi Barbara Sports Stadium at this point in time. In short, it's Abu Francis, Mohamed Salisu, as well as other players. Mohamed Salisu is really injured, and I made a post here on the channel. Guys should check it out. After the game against Mali, his eyes were swollen, and we hope that he can recover in time for the next game against the Central African Republic. The Kumasi Asante Kotoko fans came to watch their goalkeeper as well. That is Frederick Asari in your shot, and the technical men in red leaving the Kumasi Barbara Sports Stadium. And I don't know if you can spot Mohamed Kudus over there. Yes, that is Mohamed Kudus. And this was when the Black Stars players were entering the bus after the training. And you can see the security. Yes, security. They were there to ensure that the fans do not break the rules. And Aziz cannot do it all. Yes. Aziz with the big belly. Aziz, if you can say he be macho man, Charlie, macho man no get playing big belly like that too. So the police came to support and add to the security for the Black Stars players, and you can see Kamaldeen Sulemana joining the team bus. So that was how the Black Stars team bus left the Kumasi Barbara Sports Stadium such a nice bus. Yes, whoever did the graphics for this bus did such a nice, great job, because the color combination is such a top one. And yeah, you can see the Black Stars bus leaving the Barbara Sports Stadium after the training session. I'm sure if fans had heard about the training session earlier on, they would have come in their numbers. But all the same, it was a fantastic training session by the Black Stars. They returned to the Barbara Sports Stadium on Saturday to hold a very serious training session. But that's it for now. Thanks for doing the watching.